Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Dare to Dream. I'm your host, Graham Williamson, and we're on Going Solo Network Radio, TV, and podcast, #1 Internet Singles Talk Network, Going Bold Wednesday. And my full title is Graham Williamson, International Medical Intuitive, Evidential Medium, and Psychic. And this is partly why I do my shows, because as a medium, I work with the spirit and people's energy. And my show today is about what do you do with negativity? You see, negativity is a balance. You got one side negative, one side positive. And it's your attitude and a choice. Even though sometimes a choice is so hard and you think, no, it can't possibly be anything different. You don't know what you're on about, Graham. You know, you're not living in my life. No, I'm not. But I've seen a lot and done a lot. And recently, I've felt a lot. My wife's brother was involved as a serious accident. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. And you see, what happened was my brother-in-law was injured in a motor vehicle accident. And from his injuries, he passed away. It took him 8.5 hours to pass. His injuries were traumatic. He never regained consciousness. He wasn't in pain. And my wife and I were there with family members until he passed. That's sad. It's really, really sad. And it hurts. But it's not the end of life. While he was passing away in the hospital, on 2 occasions, I saw something flicker by his head. And each time I saw that flicker, his jaw moved. Now, his injury was so severe, he had no control of muscle. His head was badly injured. The second time I saw it, I thought, wow, I'm seeing his spirit going in and out of his body. And the doctors and nurses at the Orlando South Emergency Hospital were A1, top notch, the best I've encountered in America in many a year. The staff were excellent. And I said to one of the doctors, watch this. I'm going to tell you when his jaw's going to move. He said, he can't. There's no control, no muscle. I saw the flicker. His jaw moved. And I just went, now. And then the jaw moved. He did it another time. I went, now, to the doctor, and the jaw moved. In no way my brother could see because he was unconscious. He was in a coma. All he could do was hear. But I never said a word out loud. The doctors were amazed. His injuries were so severe, they didn't think he'd last a couple of hours. He lasted 8.5. His will to live was so strong. But he was out of pain, and he was being well cared for by excellent staff. The family were there, but he passed before one of his family members came, which was a better thing for that particular member, because it would have hurt her even more. So what's that got to do with negativity? Well, nobody likes a loved one to pass. But when you think about what a loved one means to you inside your heart, inside what makes you you, it's the smell, the sound, the feel, the taste, the energy, the emotions, the memories you have of that person makes that person special to you. And when they pass over, the physicality has gone. There's no more. I'll never see him again. I'm never going to be able to hold him again. Never. And in part, you may be correct. In part, a small part, the physicality you can't ever get again because their physical body has gone. But the negative aspect is the mindset. And I was talking to Cece just before the show started. The mindset is what makes that person live in your heart forever, in your memories and heart. And when you speak about them, you speak about the fun times. You don't think, oh, they died. That's the only part you think of. They've got a life before. Days, months, years, centuries, whatever. Do you remember them just for that one incident in their life? The one thing they died? Heck no. Don't be so blinkered by everybody else. Oh, you've got to be more, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. You haven't got to do anything. It's what you feel that matters. How are you coping for yourself of the loss? Because on my last show 2 weeks ago, I talked about death. And this show is about the negative. Don't let things become negative. Death is not the end of it. Then death is not the end of living. It's the end of the body. Death is also a change, the end of something. The physicality is no more. Yeah, 100%. But it's like my mother. I hadn't spoken to her properly for years. But before she died, we were talking for 2 solid hours. She knew she wouldn't survive an operation. We were laughing and joking. We got water under the bridge. We solved a lot of problems between each other. We were having fun, even though she knew she wouldn't survive her operation the following day. She says, I either die in pain or I die on the operating table. Which would you choose? It's not macabre. It's a simple fact. She had 2 choices: to live in pain or go for an operation that might help her live. But it was very slim chance, very slim. She knew the odds. But she was willing to gamble to be out of pain. Oh, she is now. She never survived the operation. And that is courage. Even though the negative aspect, she physically passed, she's no longer in pain. She doesn't have to suffer anymore. That's a positive attitude. But it's up here, folks. You've got to think it. You've got to know it. I'm not just saying it as a joke or just something to fill in a gap of a conversation. My show's about daring to dream. I dream of the day when all my loved ones and I are together again. Yeah, when I pass, I want to see all those people I love. And I say love, not loved. Love. Because that love never, ever stops. If you're honest with your love for somebody, it will never change. When they pass, it will never change. They are busy learning a new life and a new existence. I've seen so many people, like today, I did a reading for a lady, and I was telling her what I was seeing her doing before she came on the phone to me today. She said, have you got a camera? I said, no. I said, Spirit, tell me you did this, this, and this, and this. Your loved one, blah, 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 blah. How? See, her loved one was still with her, but could communicate through me because of the connection we had. And her whole demeanor changed. She wanted support. She wanted to know that somebody loves her. She wanted to know her life was worthwhile. It's all up here. How do you feel when you want to help somebody? How do you feel when you say you love somebody? You can lie so quickly, so easily. The voice can lie, the mind can't. Have you heard that expression before? The mind can't lie. The voice can. You can say anything you like to people. I hate you and all that. And those words mean a lot. But when somebody hates me, I say, thank you. What? Well, if you hate me, you're leaving everybody else alone. And I don't care what you think of me. I only care what I can give you back. I'd rather give love back. I don't know about, physicality, sexual, or anything like that. It's about compassion, empathy, care, respect, courtesy, that sort of giving back. When I say, I want to give you love. The swinging 60s, all about the love. Oh, I mean, I never thought I would live this long. I never thought I'd live to be past 30 because of my life before. My mum had 5 children, left alone due to circumstances. I don't know the whole story and never will. On this side as well. Probably when I go to the next side, I'll talk to my real father and say, hey, what happened? Mum, what happened? Never found out. But that doesn't bother me because without my real father and my mother, I wouldn't be here. So no matter what he did, it may be what I am. I'm a medium. And I've learned over the years, most of my life, I am amazed every day at what I can give to other people from spirit. Saying, but the day then I'm sad and miserable. No, I take your negativity away and show you that your family, your loved ones are still here. I can evidential mediumship. I'm an intuitive. And this is why my shows are more spontaneous. They're not formatted. I don't have bullet points of what I'm going to talk about. Because I trust upstairs. You see, don't let things become negative. Life is what it is. Every minute you're given choices. Every single minute, every second. You're given choices. Some easy, some hard. I find the easiest way to make my life happy at no detriment to those I care about or anybody else. We were talking earlier about people having injuries. What were you doing? Later, you can say, I'm auditioning to be a pirate. You know, if you've got a leg injury or you've got an eye injury, my wife's got to go for eye tests. She's got glaucoma. So she may have to wear a patch so she can audition for a pirate for a bit. I'm not making fun of it. I'm making light of it. Because life is what you make of it. You see, I've been shot at, held up at gunpoint, held a bomb that should have gone off, been in 3 car accidents. Most people say, how did you come out of that? I've been married a couple of times before, and I am able to survive because of spirit saying, I've got a work to do. I've got to show people nothing is impossible. There's no negative in my life. There's opposite to what I want or need. Yeah. Think about it. What is negative and what is opposite? The 2 words. Separate. Even though I'd been through all that, and the worst part was my best friend took my warship from me. He went down to the Falklands on HMS Coventry. Never came back. That should have been my ship. I miss him still. But in honour of my friend's sacrifice and all those countless other wonderful servicemen and women all over the world that served for their country, I want to honour their memory. So I'm not using the memory as a sad thing or a negative. They did the ultimate. What's left for me to do? My best. You see, this show, Dare to Dream, on goingsolomedia.com, Going Bold Wednesday. I'm your host, Graham Williamson, International Medical Intuitive, Evidential Medium and Psychic. And if I can help you, message me. You've got a few ways of doing it. You can contact me on my email address, which is thebrit with 2 T's, 77 @hotmail.com. Send me an email. Or my website is Medium Graham Williamson, all one word, Online. Or you can give me a call on 352 409 1060. Leave a voice message if you want me to respond, because I can't answer your phone if I don't know who you are. We all know about the scammers, but I make these scammers laugh when they call me. That's another story. They've got a job to do. And I don't ridicule them. I just say, what you do? You see, I choose not to live in the negative. I really do. And I'm not living with my head stuck in the clouds and my feet buried up to my knees in mud. No. I walk side by side with a lady I love more than anything. I've got daughters and a son. I've got grandkids. I've got brothers and sisters. They all matter to me, but we all live our different lives. My attitude's different from every one of my siblings. But that's their choice. This is mine. I love them, but they live their life and I live my life. You see, I don't see a negative in it. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been who I am today. Everything that I encountered yesterday in all those years, all 67 years, molded me to what I am today. Even all the trauma I've been through. Recovered alcoholic. Man, that was a time when I can't remember 3 years. I was in the Navy, the Royal Navy, and I was a functioning alcoholic. Me. Now, all I drink is water. I'll make my own juices. 21 years. From that negative, I'm now positive. I'm healthier than I've ever been. Somebody says, you don't act your age. I said, I'm not acting. This is me. I can have fun. I can go out and meet people. I walked into a store that I don't normally frequent, a public store. And I got this big lady running over shouting, give me a biggest hug. Where you been? Where you been? Not seen for years. Thought you passed away. Oh, thank you, you know. I said, what are you hugging me for? She says, we miss your energy. You always made us laugh. I said, I thought you didn't like it. Oh, she said, when you left, everything went down. The energy, because you're always making people laugh. I used to get in trouble with the bosses because I refused to be a yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full. I did 14.5 years in the Royal Navy, proud of the service. But when the day I left, I said, I'm not saluting anymore to people. I'm not going, yes sir, no sir, of course sir. It's what makes me positive because I've been there. I've done that. My grandson's picture of the rainbow. There's 2 ends to a rainbow. I like to be at one end and he's at the other. And we'll always be joined because I love them. I love my grandkids. I love my family. Most of them are in England. I live in Florida. But we've got phones, we've got Messenger, we've got so many different ways. We've got this channel. And you can watch it at any time. You can make comments and everything. And if I can help you, I'll do my best. I don't guarantee anything but one thing. I will do my best to help. I'm not medically trained. I can't diagnose. I won't even think about it. Most of my family nurse. My mum said, we need you to be nursing ground. No, thank you. My wife will tell you, sign of anything that's bodily fluid, I'm running the other way. I've got dogs and cats. That says it all. Cleaning up after them. Because I'm not professing to be something I'm not. I accept what I can do, but I don't know what it is yet. I haven't failed on anything yet because I have no expectation of succeeding on every single thing that I do. I'm going to gain some, I'm going to lose some. It's called the balance, the positive and the negative. That's life. It's what it is. It's how you deal with it, how your mindset, how your heart is, and what you say and do. Do you live up to your words? I do, because I honour my wife. I honour my family. I honour my mum and dad who've passed. I'm lucky I've got two fathers, a real father and a stepfather. My real father gave me life and then left, and my stepfather gave me love. There's no negative there. I couldn't live without either. I lived through a lot. I'm not letting anything that somebody else says I've got to. If I don't agree, I don't agree. End of story. I'll just walk away. I'm not a fighter at all. Verbally, I may stand my ground, but I've got very good legs when needed. It's not being a coward. I'd rather be a living hero than a dead one. You see, my life is limited, as are your lives. You have limited time, same as I do. We don't know how long it is. It could be a second, could be another 10, 20, 30 years. I don't know. But I want every minute I've got to be a positive one. I want, when I pass, to have left a legacy of, he made me laugh. He did his best. He was always there for us. That's a legacy that can never diminish. I've got people that love me for who I am, truly. Not the drunk, not the divorcee, not the failure that didn't quite make it into officers or becoming a manager or something. No, that doesn't matter. What matters is my attitude every single day. I have my ups and downs, same as everybody else. But as soon as I recognise I'm having a downer, it stops. Then I have a choice to flip it into the good. You see, life is what it is. You have the choices. I surround myself with these knickknacks and everything around me that means something to me. Because it doesn't matter what you think about it. But what do you surround yourself with inside yourself? Do you carry burdens? Do you carry negativity? Do you think that you're alone? Do you think, oh, my life's not worth it. I'm not getting this. I'm not doing that. And down, down, down you go. You bring your own energy down. My energy is high because I refuse to go negative. Can you imagine coming out of a church and looking down a barrel of a Colt 45 in Turkey? I did. The thing was up to my forehead. And afterwards, after I'd managed to beg for my underwear in front of a church, the police asked me, what did he look like? I said, no clue, but I can tell you what I saw that bullet look like, and the markings on it, and the cocked hammer. Yeah. But my compassion was for the people, the ladies coming out of the church or going into the church. I said, you can't leave me naked in front of the church. I wasn't thinking about myself or the negative thing he could have shot me. I wouldn't have felt anything anyway. It'd have been instant. But I wanted to leave with dignity for these people. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? But the cops burst out laughing when I said, I don't know. I don't know what it looked like. We were there for 5 minutes or something like that. I don't know. I was looking down the barrel of a Colt 45 with the hammer cocked. But does that make me miserable? Does that make me negative? No. I survived for a reason. My choice of that reason is to do better. GoingSoloMedia.com, Going Bold Wednesday. That's a statement that I endorse 100%. Because if you're not bold, you're timid. Yeah. That hurts, doesn't it? You see, I've lived a full life, and I expect to be around for a hell of a lot longer yet, causing mayhem and trouble and making people say, ouch. Because my life is not over, not by a long shot. I'm not going to be negative for you or for me, because I like making people laugh. I like people to smile within themselves, not at them, with them. If I can make somebody smile in their eyes, that's beautiful. Like, I've not seen this lady who accosted me in Publix for years. She come running over and give me this bear hug and says, "You smell like cologne. What have you been wearing?" So I didn't recognise it. I said I was accosted in the store. And then another friend came over, and then another one came over. I said, "Where you been? How you doing, Greg?" "Yeah. You make us laugh. You always did." You see, that is positivity. Because I chose coming over from England in December 2001, started Publix August 2002. I did 17 years with them. I had a blast. Whole new life, whole new work, whole new role. Learned about my spirituality, my mediumship, becoming an evidential medium, becoming an international medical intuitive, psychic. I mean, I'm daring to dream, but live in that dream of reality, because I know that life is what it is, and I don't let things become negative. That is who I am. Who are you? And the other best part is my friend Cece in the background here of WGSN-DB going solo, network radio, TV and podcasts, enabled me to have this window to talk to you. I'm here every 2 weeks. So my next one is on the 11th of May at 5 o'clock. But not only are you watching this, I hope you will comment, like and share, even subscribe to WGSN. Because the more we have subscribing, the more validation we get of our work is touching other people's lives in a positive way. Enjoy, like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's perfect. I'm not a professional.
You are.
Cece is a professional here. And she enables me to do this show for you. And I'm your host of Dare to Dream, Graham Williamson. I'm the international medical intuitive, evidential medium, and psychic. And dog lover. My dog just come up. And if you want to get hold of me, you can do so by email of thebrit77@hotmail.com, or my website, medium Graham Williamson, all one word, .online. Or you can give me a call on 352-409-1060. Please leave a voice message, because I will not be able to answer you if I don't know who you are. Because we all get these scam calls. But you can always join me on this show. And if you like it enough, please share it. Leave comments. It goes onto YouTube. I've posted it on Facebook, Messenger. I've got my page there as Reverend Graham Williamson in Facebook. I share as much of it as I can with everybody. You see, connection makes this world a little bit smaller. It's not the big, daunting, "Oh, I've got to go there, and I've got to do this. I'm going to be..." The negativity steps in. This world is immensely small because of communication, because of Wi-Fi, because of the internet, because of the cell phone, the TV, the movies. Everything's smaller because we're more able to communicate. Because the more you share what you hear, feel, and experience, you may be helping somebody who's going through a very difficult time. I was saying, my wife and I and the family have been going through the trauma of my brother-in-law. Wonderful. He's the first real cowboy I ever met. And he was indirectly related to John Wayne. That says a lot for me. Coming from England, knowing somebody related to John Wayne, well, you can't get better than that, can you? And today, I actually bumped into people from England who came from a city not too far from where I was born. I was born in Derby. They were from Birmingham. And you can look it up on Google Maps. That connection. Everything becomes smaller because you can see it so much easier. And we were laughing about some of the food choices I've got. One of my favourites, Weetabix. I'm sorry about the brand name, but it's something I eat at night to help my metabolic rate cope through the night. Because I eat a lot of food. Not as much as I used to because I'm no longer working, I'm retired. But I still have to eat a lot. But this doesn't have sugars and it's very healthy for me. And I last longer, I sleep better. You see, I could be negative about my body's disabilities, but I don't see them as disability. I see them as a positivity because my attitude towards my problem or problems of my body is for me to sort out. It's not a problem. I can cope if I eat right and sleep right and drink right, look after myself health-wise. I have fun. You know, when I go for a steak, I have the full works. Do you? Oh, I can't eat that because my stomach. Now I'm borderline Crohn's, evidently. I've got an extremely high metabolic rate. I didn't know about that until a few years ago. That one of my family members has had Crohn's most of her life. Ouch! I didn't know about it. I just thought I was being a pig. But I never ate too much. I enjoy food. I became a cook in the Royal Navy. You see, my attitude was, okay, I need food. So what's the best way of getting food? Be a cook. How about traveling the world? Oh, join the Navy. Get the trade, cooking, travel. Hey, look, nothing negative there. Doctors, nurses, all on hand. You see, I could have been miserable. Oh, I can't do that because I've got this stomach issue. I've got my high metabolic rate. I'm always hungry. My hair's falling out, you know. Heck no, that's not me. Now, you think about it. We're going to have a break in a second. We'll be back and I'll talk a little bit more. And thank you for watching. We're ready.
What is the topic of this show?
Welcome back, everybody. I love the adverts. It gives me time to reflect on what I've been talking about. And as a medium, my job is to convey life after death. The spirit never dies. So you don't die as such. In my shows to come, I will be doing more evidential work, if that's what spirit guide me to do. You see, being a medium, I have to be responsible for what I say. I have to prove beyond doubt to myself and others what I say is real. I can only speak for myself. I quit years ago trying to speak for other people. That's their responsibility, not mine. My responsibility is you, for me. I'm not being selfish, not being arrogant. I'm just a person that's lived a life that I never thought I'd survive. I'm not being doom and gloom. But things that have happened to me, everyone said, how the heck did you survive that? Holding a bomb that should have gone off? Yeah. All those things. People look at me and think, you couldn't do any of that. My word against theirs. I don't care. I know what I experienced. But it also made me stronger. It's made me a person that can sit in front of a camera and talk for 45 minutes. 43 minutes to be exact. Because I believe in what my purpose is. I know what my purpose is to make people happy and not be afraid of the change called death. Because I dared to dream beyond the physical. I dared to step into the realm that people say, oh, that's negative, oh, that's bad, all this stuff. No. If I can make one of you smile and realize your loved ones are always around you, even your pets, anybody you smile at. You know, I opened the door for a lady today, an old lady, and she just looks at me and says, what do you want? I said, that's it. I was brought up this way to open the door for you. Well, I'm not in the village, so I've noticed. But I enjoy opening the door for somebody. So I walked away when she went in. She was chuttering and muntering away. But it made me laugh. Then I was in the store, as I said earlier, I got accosted by my friends. This old lady tapped me on the shoulder when I was talking to my wife. She said, could you reach that packet of chips up there for me? I'm 2 inches too short. I said, no, they got the shelf 2 inches too tall. And she chuckled. I said, you don't like climbing the shelves anymore, do you? She said, no. She says, I get into trouble for it. 2 old ladies about the same age, totally different attitudes. The lady that was first one was about the same height as me, a little bit older than me, but about the same height, same build. And she was muttering and chuttering, why? Negative. And I laughed. And then this other one was a short lady. She reminded me of my mother and my grandmother and my sister, one of my sisters, all short people. You don't want to mess with them though. Gelignite comes in a small bottle, you know, and it's very, very dangerous. My sisters are very dangerous. My mum and dad, mother and grandmother were very dangerous people if you upset them. But you see, I'm laughing. And this lady had that beautiful spirit. Yeah. I'm just 2 inches too short. But she made a joke of it. Not, well, I can't reach because they've put this. No, muttering. No, she'd have climbed the shelf if she could. But she asked me if I'd help her. You see, she chose not to be negative. First one was. But I changed it around into a positive. You see, open your mouth and treat others as you'd like to be treated. That's a gift. You're not always going to get the response you want. You'll get a response you need. And how do you cope with it? If someone is negative to you, I think I've told you this one before. the guy that came into a register to me, and he was mad as hell and moaning, groaning and all that. And I said, thanks, sir. You just made my day. I said, I thought I was in a bad mood until I met you. I'm in a brilliant mood compared to you. Changed his attitude straight away. You see, I don't respond to negatively. What's the point? Do you know it's easy to smile than it is to frown? And being angry and negative holds you down, makes you miserable. Why? Why do you want to be in that state of mind? Oh, you don't understand, comes the just sounding echoes through the internet. Yes, I do understand. You walk with your best friend and watch his leg get shot off. What saved his life was my antics, dodging the weaving, throwing my clothes off and diving over the end of the jetty in Northern Ireland. It saved his life, he says, because he was so concentrated on seeing my hat fly off, my jacket fly off, my apron fly off, because I was a cook, my boots flying off and ducking, diving, weaving. He was concentrating on me, not the wound he'd just sustained from a sniper. If he'd concentrated on that wound, he'd have bled to death within a couple of minutes. But because his mind was not listening to the pain, but the fun and laughter I was creating, unbeknown to me until afterwards, it saved his life. A negative situation turned positive. Yeah, he lost his leg, but he could have lost his life had I not done what I did. Hey, I was saving my life. I was taught you don't run in a straight line when the sniper's around. You don't go backwards, forwards, sideways, whatever you want to do spontaneously without any thought. It saved my life. It saved his. When I went to see him in the hospital, he says, the doctors are amazed I'm still alive because of you. Get off. I don't believe him. The doctor said, no. This is what happened. Showed him a medical reason. Don't let things become negative. I still chat with my friend occasionally, the one that lost his leg. But now I help combat veterans in the local cafe. Because all they see is the PTSD of what they think is negative in their life and hold on to it. And I refuse to let them hold on to it. They've got just cause for what they did. They were there because it was war. They did what they were ordered to do. They didn't want to do it, but they did it to save this country, to save people they love. Being a veteran, well, I wasn't combat veteran. I just served 14.5 years Royal Navy. I went to Northern Ireland. I got my medal just by being there. I'm not saying I didn't earn it. I didn't like being there, but I made the best of it. I didn't let it hold me down. I didn't let it govern the rest of my life. Because I've seen things that people say, oh, are you insane? Why are you so happy after going through all that? I choose to be happier than staying in the 14.5 years I served. I had wonderful times as well as bad times. But I remember the good times. I remember the times that my friends didn't survive. Because I have, and I've got to honour their memory. Life happens to us all. We're living it. Life is what it is. But you cannot ever let the negative control you. If you're in a difficult situation, come to Going Solo Media. We've got people that will counsel you and help you. Divorce, abuse, alcoholics, all the different topics we've got. We've got counsellors here and people that have experienced so much. That's why I love being part of this group. I've got my own show here. Because I dare to dream. But I'm living this dream on this earth, like you are. It's all a dream. Because the real life starts when you pass over. You carry all these experiences here into the next realm. So do you want to take good memories or negative memories? Because when you pass over, you're there for a lot longer than you are here. Because time's different over there. You're immortal. Think about it. So I want to take all the happy memories that I've acquired by working diligently to not letting things become negative in my life. I know when I pass over, I've done my best. It's not brilliant, but it's my best, and I'm happy with it. But I'm always striving to be happier. Think about it. You have a choice, folks. So I want you to think about this. Come to my show in 2 weeks. I'm going to start doing medium stuff. I'm going to help you understand about life after death. Because that's what a medium is. A medium is a conduit from spirit to this world, passing on loved ones. My next show's May 25th, 5 p.m. I thought it was 11th, but I forgot. Somebody's got to go away for a while. Somebody's taking a trip. So there won't be a show on the 11th. It's going to be the 25th of May. And I want you to come back. And I want you to come and see me. I want you to come like, share, and comment. I'm your host of Dare to Dream. I'm Graham Williamson, International Medical Intuitive, Evidential Medium, and Psychic. And if you want to contact me by email, thebrit77, that's THEBRITT77 at hotmail.com, or my website, Medium Graham Williamson, all one word, .online, or call me on 352-409-1060. Leave a voice message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Because connection is what life's about. Because we're all connected together. And the show's about to end shortly. So I want to thank you for watching, listening, liking, sharing, and comment. And don't forget to subscribe. Because this is WGSN-DB Going Solo Network, radio, TV, and podcasts on Going Solo Media. I'm Going Bold Wednesday. So you can come any Wednesday and find various shows. But my next show is the 25th of May. And I'm the host of Dare to Dream, International Medical Intuitive, Evidential Medium, and Psychic. And I really want to thank you for being here today. Leave a comment. Come in and join us on the 25th of May. Because I'll be back. And I want to thank you for listening. Bye for now.